Hey, Joyful Journeyer. It's Anita Adams, your host, and I'm so glad you are here today. Today, I want to invite you to slow down with me, to pause and reconnect with the simple beauty that surrounds you. I'll be reading a chapter from my book, Whispers of the Soul, a chapter that speaks to the quiet, gentle ways we can live more joy or bring more joy into our lives. So many of us yearn to feel this joy, to feel lighter, more alive. But we often look for it in big, sweeping changes, when really joy is found in the small, everyday moments, if we choose to notice them. This is going to be chapter 10, Joy Spotting, the art of noticing what brings you joy. It's a gentle reminder that joy is always present, waiting to be seen and felt. So settle in, take a deep breath, and let these words guide you home to the joy that lives within you and all around you. And as always with my book with Whispers of the Soul, this one begins with a short story, an experience from my own life before it flows into the lessons that are revealed. All right, let's do this. Chapter 10 of Whispers of the Soul. Joy spotting, the art of noticing what brings you joy. As I'm walking down my usual trail to Pebbly Beach, ducking under a partially fallen cedar and around some ferns, I talk out loud to God as I often do on these walks. I'd like to experience more of your presence in my life, I say, like I'm talking to an old friend I haven't seen for a while. Suddenly, a silvery green hummingbird appears in front of me. It hovers for a moment, turning from side to side to catch me with both eyes, and then it shoots straight up into the air. A second later, it dives back down, hovering again just 3 feet in front of my face, its little wings wildly thrumming. It shoots up again, high into the canopy of leaves, only to drop back down in front of me once more. Darts to the left, to the right, to the left again, up into the trees, back in front of me one final time, and then disappears. I stand in awe for a moment of this tiny creature. And then I laugh out loud as I realize this was a greeting from God saying, "Hello, my friend. Here I am, right in front of you. Can you see me now?" "Yes, I can," I exclaim, and my heart is filled with joy. This is a small excerpt from my joy journal where I record the joy I spot during the day. Every time I read this entry, revisiting this moment in time, I feel a smile creep onto my face. Joy spotting is a term that was first coined by Ingrid Fettel Lee and is the simple and intentional practice of stepping out into the world to look for things that spark joy in you. And it's an effective way to learn more about who you are. By paying attention to the little things that bring you joy, you create more clarity about what you want for your life, how you want to live, and what is truly important to you. Not only will this practice put a smile on your face, it also raises your vibrational energy and reduces stress and anxiety. I first stumbled across this concept shortly after I was sent into the woods on my 30-day nature challenge. I cannot help thinking there was some divine guidance that brought Ingrid Fettel Lee's teaching into my consciousness. I was seeking clarity about what I should do with my life, and joy spotting helped me do just that. I started paying attention to the little things that put a smile on my face. At the end of each day, I reflected on those moments. Shortly after starting this practice, I decided it would be a good idea to record the joy I spotted in a journal. That's when I created the Joy Journal, a dedicated space to record how joy showed up in my life. I love going back and reading entries in my joy journal, particularly the one about the hummingbird, as it always makes me smile and reminds me how being in nature lifts my spirit and helps me feel connected to God. Most of my entries in my joy journal, however, are more like a shopping list of joyful moments. Here's an excerpt from my joy journal of what those tiny moments in the day could look like. Things that brought me joy today: a steamy latte on the deck in the morning sun, and unexpected kiss from Tom, a mother deer and her two fawns on the path, a friendly conversation with the cashier at the store, Teddy, Tracy's dog, who ran up to greet me, vigorously wagging his tail, the children laughing in the meadow, birds singing in the bushes, the butterflies on the butterfly bush. That name even makes me smile. The luxurious feeling of the rich cream I massaged onto my body, the sound of the waves lapping on the rocks, the pink sky at the end of the day. These are all simple, little moments, moments that could easily go unnoticed if I wasn't paying attention. That's what joy spotting is about. It's about becoming more conscious, more aware of where the joy is so that you can welcome more of that joy into your life. The more conscious you become about these moments of joy, the more you raise your vibration and begin to attract and even create more joy in your life. This is an example of the law of attraction. And what better thing to attract in your life than joy? What brings you joy also tells you something about who you are. Can you get a sense of what is important to me from the list of things that I shared? Clearly, being outside in nature is something that brings me a lot of joy. And now that I understand this, I make time for it every day. I invite you to start a joy journal and turn joy spotting into a fun daily game for at least a week. The only rule of this game is to notice and record the things that you spot that bring you joy. Your objective is to record as many joyful moments as possible. I recommend recording the moments of joy at the end of the day so you can fully live them while they are happening and then relive them again when you reflect on those moments before going to bed. Write down everything you can remember about the experiences that brought you joy. Take your time with this. Play back the day in your memory and pick out the moments, no matter how small, that put a smile on your face and warmed your heart. Before you go to sleep, read what you wrote. If you are experiencing any anxiety in life, this game could play an important role in reducing that anxiety and has the power to move you into a more relaxed state of mind before going to sleep. Take it to the next level and review your list of joys each morning upon waking. This simple little task reinforces the positive work you've already done and sets you up to discover more joy before your feet even hit the floor. Your joy journal can be written in story form, like the story I shared about the hummingbird, or as a list. Simply jot down the things you saw and experienced and what people said or did. If someone told you a joke, write out the joke. If there was a particular scene in the day that felt good, describe the scene. Relive it in as many details as possible. Play this joy spotting game for at least a week and see how things begin to shift for you. I promise you, the more you do this, the more joyful you will begin to feel, and you'll recognize how important the little things are in life. These little things most often don't have a price tag attached to them, and yet they are priceless. So go put a pen and a pad of paper or a journal next to your bed right now as a reminder to start your joy journal. Imagine how much joy you can bring into your life if you play this game every day. Imagine how different our world would be if everyone played it. All right. Thank you. Thank you for joining me today and for allowing me to share this chapter from Whispers of the Soul. If today's reading spoke to something within you, if it stirred up a desire for more meaning, well-being, more joy in your life, I invite you to pick up a copy of the book and explore the practices more deeply. You'll find gentle guidance and soulful tools to help you reconnect with your inner wisdom and create a life that truly lights you up. And if you feel called to go deeper, I'd love to hear from you. Whether you're seeking clarity, direction, or support on your journey, I'm here. You can reach out through my website at joyfulinspiredliving.com, and we can explore how I might support you in stepping into the life your soul is whispering for. All right. Until next time, joyful journeyer, keep listening and keep following the path that brings you joy. We'll catch you next time. Bye for now.